Hey, welcome to Not Your Father's Show. I'm Lenny Schmidt.
And I'm Robert Robbins. I thought you were going to say actor, comedian, world traveler.
No. Oh my gosh, let me turn my volume off. Already chaos.
I had my volume on this too.
Oh, see? We got volume everywhere. Hi, I'm Lenny Schmidt. I'm a actor, comedian, entertainer. I travel the world. I have 2 teenage daughters. I live in Sherman Oaks, California. I'm a divorced single father of 2 girls.
And I'm a marriage and family therapist in Los Angeles. I'm married and we have 1 daughter that's about to be 13.
And we're here, we're about to be 13, which means I'm about to be 30. Yeah, we're here every Monday 6 o'clock, either live or streaming live or upload a video to talk about raising kids in this generation, the differences we go through as parents now, and the differences we have with our parents when we were younger. Lots of things are different, social media, all kinds of stuff. So we like to talk about what it's like to raise teens around this age. And do me a favor real quick if you can. Like the video, man. Like the video. Give it a thumbs up real quick.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. It's a big deal. I think I'm looking for my little YouTube button. I don't have my YouTube button. As usual, I am not prepared. But if you look below my face, I can see it. If you look below Robin's face to the right at the very bottom, there's a picture of me going, click on that. That will subscribe you to our channel. So,
yes.
So do that.
Yes, it will.
Subscribe to the channel. Please follow us if you can. We really appreciate it. As I said, we're here every Monday. And if you have questions, you can even send us questions to our email, bam, which is right above us right there, at notyourfathershow@gmail.com. So,
right.
So lots happened since the last time we've talked, or the last time we were live, dude.
For sure. As a matter of fact, you were in town briefly. We were all going to get together, but your daughter or daughters they were sick, right?
We all got the COVID. Everyone got
you
COVID
all got
over
the
here.
COVID.
I had COVID over Christmas.
Wow.
And then the girls, right when I left, Lily tested positive, and then Anna got it, and they were sick. And Anna had it the worst. This is live, Gar.
Really?
I'm sorry. Yeah, Anna had it. Anna had it the worst. She sounded like me when you called her on the phone. Hey, I want to say hello to people really quick. I didn't do that. We are live really quick, tonight, yes. Guys. Hi, Alex. Alex was here before anyone earlier. Vince is here. Congratulations to Vince and everyone in Northern California on your San Francisco 49er victory. And Robert as well as us in San Francisco.
Oh, yeah. Niners.
Yeah.
Niners.
Niner fan. So congratulations, man. Angela's here. Hi, Angela. Good to see you. Look, Robert's even on the board. Hey, Tammy's here. Gar's here. Hey, Gar. How you doing, man? This is live. I'll be there. Gar, I'll see you next week, brother. I'll be in Chicago next week, the 2nd through the 6th. So that's when I'll be in Chicago. I'll be taping. Me and my brother Mike. Come on out. See us live at Zany's. Hi, Rachel. Rachel's here. Okay. All the usual suspects have chimed in. So yeah, we had the COVID. We all had the COVID, man. I didn't have it that bad. Mm-hmm. I had like 2 days where I had the cold chills, and I was really tired for a week and a real bad headache. That's it. And then the kid had the same exact thing. It's that whatever the Omicron version is. And then, but Anna was the one that she sounded terrible, man. When I talked to her on the phone.
Oh no!
I was like, hey, how you doing?
How's she doing now?
Fine. I'm like, oh, wow, bruiser. Okay. So she had the worst out of all of us.
Well, we are all homesick right now, and Nicolette's homesick. Josie stayed home from school. I'm here, and we have this. We got tested today. We also got tested last week, and we're negative. So apparently, this is just the flu, the flu this time.
Is it the real flu, or is it the fluroma? The fluroma.
I think it's the real flu. I mean, it's a little bit of the scratchy throat, little bit of the pressure, sinusy kind of thing, So we're just taking a lot of the NyQuil. What's your recipe again? You have a fix-all recipe.
Shot of Johnny, or I'm sorry, damn it, the Irish whiskey. Why am I drawing a blank right now?
Jameson.
Jameson. Shot of Jameson. A shot of NyQuil.
Got that.
And then a shot of Jägermeister. And
we have that too.
All right. Then you do one shot of each of those every 2 hours.
Okay. And in 18 months or so, I'm good to go.
18 weeks. 18 weeks, you feel fine.
18 weeks. That's sooner than expected. Great. I'll line that up for Josie tonight. So for those of you that are watching, I'm totally kidding. Right. But we're taking our fluids. I'm drinking my Gatorade. and I'm here with you guys. I'm feeling fine. It's just a little bit more tired and sluggish than usual, but we're fighting it. And hopefully
really
everyone out there is staying safe.
Yeah, everybody stay safe, man. Let's go. Rachel says test again. Sometimes it takes a couple of days. Yeah, it sounds like you got that Omicron thing, man. I don't know, man. That's what it sounds like.
You know, whenever I hear that, I always think of Futurama, Omicron Persei.
Now, all of our diseases
Omicron, when it first came out, I thought it was a joke. I thought it was something like Futurama, you know, and with Lur. So I was like, what? Omicron? Or the name of a transformer. Tequila, Jameson Fireball. Excellent.
I gotta say hello to that's Tammy's that's Tammy's suggestion. The tequila Jameson Fireball. I did a shot of tequila the other day in Vegas. It didn't sit well with me. Ben Magley's here. I have to say hello to Ben Magley, who's a Packer friend, and we've been giving each other crap all year long about the football thing. And I know he's a little devastated about the Packer thing. So I'm just gonna say
I bet. You know, I'm a Niner fan through and through, born and raised. But Ben, I mean, the Packers had that. I mean, it was just sort of flukes in that the Niners won the game.
It was special teams, man.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah,
you know, all the way down. It was a couple of flukes, and you know, the blocks. So, but Aaron Rodgers, just amazing quarterback.
Block.
Okay.
Enough about Aaron Rodgers.
Enough. Yeah, how are the Bears doing?
The Bears, they suck. They always suck. They're consistent. They consistently suck.
Okay, so anyway, we're trying to educate our daughter on, you know, here's a little bit of Tylenol if you need it, lots of fluids, lots more water than usual. Here's some Gatorade, and then tons of vitamins, right? So we're trying to, and of course, gargling, brushing teeth, and such. And so my daughter keeps asking, why do I have to take this? Why do I have to have this? Why? And there's this saying, I had sort of like grandparents they would always say when I would ask why. The saying is warum ist die Banane krumm? And it's why is the banana bent? That's what it means.
What language is that?
German. In German.
How's it go? Is that actual?
Warum is why in German. And the saying is warum ist die Banane krumm? Krumm is bent. So like it's why when kids keep asking why, they finally say because the banana's bent. Why? Well, because the banana's bent. And for us, it's like it finally gets to a point where as parents we look and say, because I said so, right? Have you ever been there, Lenny?
Yeah, I have not done that yet to my kids, though. I promised that my mom did it all.
Because I said so?
Yeah, my mom did it all the time, and I promised I would never do it. So I always explain everything. But it's tedious. It's worse when they're little and toddlers because the whys just keep coming. You know what I mean?
They do. They do.
Right, you know.
Well, that's one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about.
Quite often, I don't know the answer. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times, I don't know the answer to why. I'm not. You know what I mean? Why
so do you go like, hang on, kind of like that commercial? You're like, hey Siri, what is it?
I do all the time. You can't. I'm always on the Google. I don't even hide it. I just hold the phone up in front
reference.
of him. I go, just go ahead and say something. Just say it into the daddy's phone, and daddy will have an answer for you in a second.
Just too bad you can't program your own voice, you know, to come across instead of Alexa or Siri.
That's coming though with these phones. That'll happen.
It is. And then I noticed that when Josie's doing her homework, a lot of times she has Google pulled up, you know, because Google Classroom, and she has the calculator right there. And I kind of want to tell my old, you know, math and trig professors when I was in high school, like, are you always going to carry a calculator with you? And I'm like, well, yeah, now we do. Now we have that. So using those references such as Google and the internet, which is a great resource, that can also lead to, you know, the downfall and detriment of learning on their own and researching. You know, they fall into the trap of copy and paste and plagiarism, which is really unfortunate. But aside from that, back to the question of why. As parents, when we have little kids, it's answering questions. Why is this? Because we want to explain the world. However, when they have teens, I have some parents that are calling me and they're saying, my kids are so disrespectful. I say, well, why is that? And they say, well, every time I tell them to do something, they ask why in a defiant tone. So there's a big separation between asking why as a child and asking why as a teenager, because usually at that point, the teen should know the answer to the question. Why do I have to do this? For example, like take out the garbage. Why do I have to take out the garbage? You don't need to explain because it fills out and the garbage man comes tomorrow, or you're going to get ants or cockroaches. So there's this separation that we have in between the adolescent stage and the teenage years. So I wanted to ask you, Lenny, if you're still answering why, especially the questions you've already answered before.
No, because at this point now, like you said, the shift that changes when they get older or whatever, I don't have to
Mm-hmm.
say because I said so anymore. I can say you know why. Like
Oh,
every
that's good.
like Lily does. Lily does most of the chores in the house, really, but she
Mm-hmm.
gets a really good allowance. Like I give her, I was like, because we're busy. I travel. Anne's got school. The kids are busy. I go, look, instead of hiring a maid, I'll just hire Lily. So Lily's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like the maid. So I give her the money. But every week, man, like I was home this week for her chores, so I was able to go through the house and check up on them. And every week she forgets like one thing or two things, and I'll ask her. I'll say, "Did you do this?" Like this week was the stove. I go, "You got to do the stove," and she goes, "Okay, I'll get to it." And then tomorrow she didn't do it the next day. I go, "All right, everything's done in the kitchen but the stove. You got to get to the stove, so make sure you do that. Make sure you do that tonight." Okay, I'll get that done tonight. You're right. So I go to bed. I wake up this morning. Stove's not clean. I go, "Hey, did you clean the stove?" And she goes, "No." And I go, "Okay, I've only mentioned it like 5 or 6 times." And she goes, "Well, I don't remember you mentioning it 5 or 6 times." So I go, "Okay, I'm not going to argue with you. Clean the stove." Okay, and now
Right.
she stops asking why. She doesn't ask why anymore. She finds a way to finagle her way out of work by saying she did it, and then usually I'm not here to follow up. So then if I'm here and I go, "Hey, you said you cleaned the stove," she goes, "Oh, you're right. I'm wrong." And I gotta go. Well,
Mm-hmm.
don't bullshit me. Because that's kind of what it
Yeah.
comes down to. Is because she sends me pictures when I'm traveling, but even then there'll be like 2 or 3. There's always 2 or 3 things, and I gotta go. Did you do this? And she'll go no, and I go. Like I asked her today. I go, do you want a cleaning list? Do you want me to write out a cleaning list? Because I shouldn't have to say asking if you clean the stove every week is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's one thing you should know. And our cleaning list is very simple. You know what I mean? You just clean, you clean everything up. You sweep everywhere. You mop. You clean the kitchen. You do the stove and the counters, and you wipe everything down. So to forget something like
Right.
that, but she always finds a way to forget something, and then there's always some sort of story as to why she forgot it. So I don't get
Yeah.
why from
Which
her
we don't.
anymore.
Which they want to waste more time. Right.
Yeah, it's a stall. And they hope to distract me, and then something else comes up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's kind of the game that's the kind of the game that she plays. So,
Of
but I don't.
course.
But now with Lily, especially, I go. You know why? Because they're like every once in a while you know what comes up? You know what comes up? The garbage can. Because we have a garbage
Mm-hmm.
area and a garbage can, and I go every week. You should really rinse out, clean the garbage can, just wipe it out with bleach or something. It's just a good, smart thing to do. Why? Why? Why every week? I go, because it's sanitary. It's just smart. Otherwise, it stinks and it's gross. So, but she still asks that one. She'll go, why? I go, you know
Mm-hmm.
why? I've explained it numerous times. So,
Right.
so I go that route.
Well, in this sense, we actually have a list for Josie. During this period, actually just before the teenage years, uh, with the forming of the brain, the long-term memory and short-term memory are in conflict. So it's they get distracted, they get forgetful. So we wrote out a list and we remind her saying, if you're ever bored, which I know you're never bored unless you have something to do that you're supposed to do,
Right.
check the list before you ask us. And that's the first question that we ask, saying, reminding them, especially Josie, did you, before you ask me any questions, can you go play? Can you go do this, which I want you to go do? Do I have to ask you about the list, or do you want to go check it yourself? So what I tell most parents is there's 3 things. Number 1 is by the time someone asks, it's already too late. So if you ask, did you clean the stove? Did you do this? Did you do your homework? Whatever it might be. I tell a lot of kids that, people are ready for that argument. For example, if your boss asks, did you get this report done? If your teacher asks, did you finish this assignment? If your parents ask, did you do your homework or take out the garbage? They're already prepared for, you didn't do it, so here comes the lecture and how I'm disappointed. So I tell a lot of kids that by the time someone asks, it's too late. So that leads into number 2. If you didn't do it and you know you need to say, I know I didn't get to the stove, but I'm planning on doing it when I get home from school tomorrow or whatever it might be. That tells the parent, the teacher, the boss, the professor, whatever it is, that it's on your mind, you haven't forgotten, and you want to take care of it as soon as possible. But they don't need to remind you, they don't need to hound you, and you're going to be on top of it as long as you follow through. And the third thing with why is I tell both parents and kids that at a certain point in their teenage years, when a kid says, why do I have to clean the garbage? Why do I have to do this? I remind them, do not answer the question first, and then I'll explain it to you on your time. For example, there was this one kid that always knew he had to do whatever chore, but he would always ask why as a distraction. And the parents are trying to be good parents, and they'd explain again and again and again. They'd get frustrated. So finally, they would take like 30, 40 minutes where the kid would finally do it. Sometimes they would get so frustrated, they'd say, forget it, and they'd do it themselves. But I would remind the parents this, okay, I will explain it to you, which I've already done several times before, but I'll do it on your time. So when you're playing video games, when you're watching TV, when you're watching Netflix, I will stop that show or that video game, and I will explain why then, because right now you're on my time and you're distracting me from what I need to get done.
I like that. That's a great idea, because then they can't be stalling just to frustrate you. You know, you wait till they boot up a game or something. I go, okay, let's talk about that stove now. And they'll go, no, I know. I should have, you know what I mean? That's great. That's
there you go.
Put it on their time.
But smart it's mainly,
move. Look at Robert again.
Do what I say first and then ask why.
Do what I say, then ask why. Don't argue with me.
Do it first. I'll answer it later, usually when you're playing video games. So are there any questions? Anything?
All the questions are about football right now.
They are about football.
No one's paying any attention to the conversation we're having about dealing with your teen who's constantly saying why. Ben wants to know if you're going to the NFC title game. Probably not, correct?
I'm not, no.
Well, it's down here, though. That's not bad. It's in L.A.
Yeah, I'm just, tickets.
Those tickets are crazy, man.
Short time. They're insane.
There were some people that were looking at them.
They're insane.
Yeah. Oof, not a fan.
Yeah.
Too much.
Unless I was invited to something with box seats, and I'm not trying to sound spoiled. It's just with all the traffic and check-ins and everything you need to do, I would do that. If I had some friends that had some box seats or something, they're like, "Hey, we have a box. Let's go." I'd be like, "Okay, let's make an event out of it." Right. But the rest of the time, I like hanging out with the family. I'm really lucky because Nicolette and Josie love to watch football with me.
Oh, that's cool.
So, I mean, we have the snacks and the food, hockey too. Like, we watched the Niner-Packer game Saturday, and then on Sunday football, and then we watched the Kings game against the New Jersey Devils.
Oh, right on. That's great.
Yeah. So it was great. It was nice for being sick. We had pizza. We had, the hot wings and stuff, which probably weren't the best thing when you're sick, but it was soul food.
No, those are the best thing for you. That's the second stage of my cold thing. Is do the 3 shots.
Oh, pizza and hot wings?
Hot wings. Get hot wings. Yeah, no, hot wings. Just the hot wings. Lots of hot wings.
Hot wings.
Yeah.
Lots of hot
Melissa's
wings.
here. She is here. Melissa McLaughlin. That was the person that called me on the phone while I was setting up.
Oh, cool.
So she said, that's awesome advice.
Oh, the pizza and hot wings are awesome advice.
No, I think the your time thing is the thing. I think that's where she was going with that. Although I know her, maybe pizza and hot wings might work for her as well. So,
right.
Everyone agrees on hot wings. Everyone agrees on hot wings.
Everyone agrees on hot. You can't go wrong with hot wings.
No, you can't.
It's a staple.
Yeah, it's fine. It's good. It's doable.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, do you have a place for your favorite hot wings?
No, but you know what my thing is? I don't like mine breaded. I don't want my wings breaded. You know what I mean?
I don't either.
I don't like them breaded. So I want them either smoked or grilled, and then or fried, and then mixed in the sauce and stuff. So no, I like that air fried and then mixed in the sauce. That's good. That's good. I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
Gosh, I'm getting hungry.
No, now I'm hungry. I have ribs for dinner. So.
Oh, dude, that's it. Pork or beef ribs?
Pork, man. Baby backs from Baby Blues. Baby backs from Baby Blues.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Baby Blues is such a great place.
I like it. All right, man.
Now they don't have the. the WeHo location's no longer there, but they have one in
Philly and
in Philly.
Hooters wings are pretty good, Tammy. You're right; those are good as long as you get them the naked ones. I don't like them with breaded. She's certified in mental health.
What about Buffalo Wild Wings?
BW3 isn't bad. You got to do the same thing. They can't be breaded. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Although Hooters wings they have breaded wings at Hooters. I like them better not.
I think they closed the Burbank location.
Which one? The Hooters?
Yeah.
The Hooters in Burbank. I think so. The one in
there was one in Burbank. Yeah.
Santa Monica.
I think that one
so
is.
That one's on Santa Monica Boulevard near 3rd or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But there's a BW3 right over here in the mall. So I've been there a couple times. Yeah.
I haven't been there. Once. Excuse me. Once I have.
Yeah, I watched some of the White Sox playoff games there. So, all right, man. I think we should wrap this up. We said most of it talking about football.
Yeah, we're getting hungry. We're talking about food.
Now I'm hungry. That's great advice. The use on their time and explaining the why aspect and the difference between the two. Because you're right with the toddler, they really want to know why. Like they're kind of. I think they're curious to a point, and then they just fall into the routine of just keep saying why. And then when you're older, it's deflecting. It's more deflecting and stalling techniques.
Right.
It's different. It's a different
Absolutely.
approach. Right. So that's it. That's the show for this week, folks. We'll be back next week. I believe we should be live next week again. I believe. I think I'll be home in time to do a live show. So I don't think that'll be an issue. If you have any questions, please email us at notyourfathershow@gmail.com. We're here every Monday at 6. Please like the video again. Thumbs up. You can support us financially if you want. Down at the bottom, there's a ticker explaining how you can sponsor or donate the show. We don't have any sponsors for the show or any supporters or anything like that or any commercials. So we're paid solely by the viewers. Yet. We have nothing yet. But if you guys want to subscribe to the show or donate some cash or support the show financially, I will be more than happy to take your money and throw it toward the project. Also, later in the week, I have Lily's Big Schmidt, Little Schmidt is live on Wednesday, and tomorrow, Total Schmidt Show is back with Craig Murphy. Will be back tomorrow, and that show will stream tomorrow night at 6 o'clock as well. Besides that, Robert and I will see you next week at 6 o'clock. Was there anything else you wanted to say, Robert?
Nope, I'm good. Okay. Great seeing you all, and go Niners. Thanks. I'll hope to feel better. You guys stay healthy and safe out there.
Yeah, guys, take care of yourselves, guys. Enjoy your football weekend. Bye. Bye.